Hi everybody! This is Jackie with an episode of Walk With Me Tokyo. This is actually the last behind the camera segment. But it's been a fun ride and I'm glad to have been able to share the journey with you. This episode we are visiting Odaiba Island, a man-made island to the south of Tokyo that is filled to the brim with shopping and entertainments. You could totally spend a complete day here. After that, we head to Narita-san, a giant, massive temple complex that's only about a 5 to 10 minute train ride from Narita Airport, hence the name. Behind the cameras, go! So Odaiba Island, that's where we're headed today. Known for its giant Gundam. It's known for Rainbow Bridge. There really is only one method of viable public transport to get to Odaiba, and that is via the JR train line. This is not an underground train, rather it is an overhead style train. Passing through beautiful views of the open ocean. You get to see Rainbow Bridge in all of its glory, and there is also a distant view of the funny looking Fujifilm building. As soon as I got off the train, I was already really distracted because there looked like there was so much to do. Great scenery. There is a boardwalk that you get onto to visit different parts of Odaiba, so it's like a connecting bridge, and you'll find lots of people who are taking photographs of the ocean, of Rainbow Bridge, of the fake Statue of Liberty. And underneath that connecting bridge, there is a beach as well. There are also street performers.
2回目 3 うわ頼むスパンたち言うこと聞いて 1 よし来たよし OK 皆さん見てくださいさっさとうわー大きな拍手が来るしさあOK 完璧ありがとうございます
So you can spend a good half hour just meandering about and taking in all the sights as soon as you get off the train. Don't fall into that trap, because there is so much going on at Odaiba that if you spend all of your time sightseeing, then you'll miss everything else. One of the first places that I recommend that you get to is what I call the Toyota Roadshow, but it isn't really a roadshow. It is a giant building with multiple floors displaying Toyota's history of automobile manufacturing. So the vintage section is my favorite section out of the whole Toyota car show. There are multiple floors, but one floor is dedicated to vintage stuff. That whole gallery doesn't just have vintage cars in it, although that is certainly a huge draw. But the place is decorated to completely take you back to the days of the 50s, the 60s, or the 70s. There are imitation like barber shops and cafes and fashion that would be worn during that period. And the place has a great attention to detail. Everything just looks so authentic. It's like you're taken back to that time. I was so excited to see that in the music part that they've decided to put up Beatles memorabilia to represent music from the 60s. Like, isn't that awesome? Yay, Beatles! So do take your time to look around. You will be surprised at the little bits of design details that they've thrown into the gallery. Now, the Vintage Gallery is just one part of the Toyota car show. The rest of the building is dedicated to the new and latest and greatest models of Toyota cars that are currently either in production or it's being conceptualized. So what does the future hold courtesy of Toyota? We're talking about hydrogen-fueled supercars. We've got these like cross hybrids of a smart car and a bicycle that's all like smartly Wi-Fi connected to everything that runs in your house and in your office. You also want to check out before 5 p.m. all of the virtual reality games that you can play for free. You can take a supercar out for a spin on one of their outdoor tracks. Now, what would be a trip to Odaiba without seeing the life-size Gundam? It is built on 1:1 scale. Much bigger than anything you can accomplish with those like little figurines. And it is so cool. Look how giant that thing is. Basically, I think 10 of these would fit inside a Gundam's foot. You can wait for the Gundam show, which takes place 2 or 3 times a day, but I wouldn't. It's not really worth watching. You expect this epic thing to happen with lights and like moving parts. You expect the Gundam to move, really. It's a Gundam show. The Gundam should move. But it doesn't move an inch, and what you only see is this is another cool part of Odaiba. This arcade only has super retro games. Whack-a-mole, pinball machines, old school racing games where you could hardly like maneuver your left and right and you wonder if the brake or the pedals are even working. Great fun for everyone, adults and kids. You are going to empty all of your pocket change here in this arcade. Odaiba city, everybody. It is an island of fun, of entertainment. You could totally lose yourself here. This is where you are the kid again. Alright everybody, I have saved the best meal for last. This, ladies and gentlemen, is known as Gyukatsu. It is a fried beef cutlet. Now, you might go all like prejudiced on me and wonder why in the world would a fry a perfectly amazing beef steak? I should just like put it on the grill, Texan style. Well, this is not the Japanese way, and this is not regular beef. It is authentic, melt in your mouth Wagyu beef. Everybody at their station gets a little stove, which is lit by charcoal, by the way. The beef is blue rare. It's not done yet, but it is cut up, so it's in little pieces, and you can finish off to whatever level of doneness that you would prefer. Isn't that so awesome? We should do this everywhere. Now, I like pretty rare, so I typically just like quickly sear my pieces, and then I have the option of several dips. I defaulted to wasabi and soy sauce. Isn't it such an interesting combination for Wagyu beef? Imagine that, eh? Wasabi and soy sauce, but it is tasty, and it doesn't take away or detract from the beef itself. It just perfectly complements it. You also have a ginger-based sauce, which I didn't like so much. I think it's too powerful. The third option is to just go simple. Forget all the like sauces and like wasabi. You know, just dip it in regular old good quality rock salt. I have some great tips for you to maximize your Gyukatsu dining experience. Number 1, grill one piece at a time, so each piece that goes into your mouth is piping fresh and hot off the grill. Sublime. Number 2, always order the largest serving of meat on the menu. You definitely don't want to regret not having had more Gyukatsu. Number 3, you might need some seconds on your rice to finish off your 300 grams maximum size Gyukatsu. So go nuts. Ask for free seconds. Number 4, drink the tea and eat the cabbage. They're complimentary and they help balance out the meal. Don't leave anything behind. Number 5, bring cash. Some of the very small places don't accept card. Okay, the last stop of our trip. I filled my belly. I have spent all that energy on Odaiba. Let's sit back and relax before I get on a plane. No better place to do this than at Narita-san. This is a massive temple complex, really relaxing and peaceful, and the grounds are meticulously kept. It is beautiful here. There isn't much for me to say that would add to what the photographs show you, but this is just a taste of it. It's not crowded at all, and there is also a old-fashioned style street right outside of Narita-san that you can explore. Okay, final epic meal in Tokyo, Japan. What do I have here? This is a particularly special meal. It's home cooked by the Airbnb host I stayed at, Riko-san. If you're watching this, thank you so much. I hope you're getting a lot of business at YACO Cafe. And everybody, I strongly urge you and highly recommend you to visit YACO Cafe. This is a shirazu don. Shirazu is a small, tiny white fish. It's the size of anchovies, and it's really nice. It doesn't taste like anchovy. It doesn't have that super like fishy taste to it. And of course, like it's marinated pretty lightly here. Like I said, this is a homemade meal. I've actually asked for and never been able to find this at a restaurant. Homemade tempura, fried to absolute perfection, I tell ya. Riko-san, I wish I could have your home cooking again. So thank you very much for watching. And I hope my series about my adventures in Tokyo have been helpful to you. If you have any questions like transportation or accommodation or food, then please leave a comment and I will answer double quick. Again, thank you very much. Be sure to make use of the resources that I'm leaving for you. And it's all going to be right in the description box. Have fun in your adventures wherever you're going in Japan or elsewhere around the world. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Jackie. Bye!